Yo, pana, from de la grasa, nigga.
Feel like the one, feeling it stuck. This ain't no rock, that's diamond in the cup. Light on my shoulders, I'm getting the rough. Money don't fold up, I feel like Pac in the tub. Showered in gold chains, knots on me. They got the slices, I stay with the block of cheese. Broccoli pressure, boy cost me 43. Ay, I stay in my lane, don't fuck with no one. Fuck with no one. Whoa. If you mad, hold your horses, I'm still going up. You cannot stop it, just sit back and watch it. I pull up in different whips, yeah, I got options. Don't play with that sneak dissing, boy, you trotters. They see me in person, they wanna talk about it. I feel like I'm, who you feel like? I feel like I'm pocking the tub with the chains on. Whole lot of gold. They want me to turn it down, I gotta stay on and never go out. We ain't dimming the lights, no. Going out like dirt bikes. 12 o'clock, everybody eating over here. Having more than one bite. Only the team get to play. Why? Only the team get to stay. Yeah. Silver spoon where they were with me. Dogs aggressive like they never ate. Savages. I was too quiet on the other side. Where they at? But I know they ain't plotting. Fuck with me, you die. No, I ain't playing. Telling me what? Don't give a fuck. They gon' talk when you down, they gon' talk when you up. I take what they say, along with the eighth. Kept me a wood, then I burn it up. Pockin' the tub, chains on me. Feel like a thug, lot of guns. All got kickback, Daniel. Son still score when they foul. One need mine and some. Plus, spray on my body, rack plus. Some say I changed, I'm racked up. Hit for the money, fuck who next up. I stay on my 10, ain't no taking me out. Got a blunt in my hand, one in my mouth. Some say I talk cocky, but this ain't no act. Say what I want, I ain't watching my mouth. I feel like I'm pocking the tub with the chains on. They want me to turn it down, I gotta stay on. Bright. We ain't dimming the lights, no. Going out like dirt bikes. 12 o'clock. Everybody eating over here. Having more than one bite. Pick it up. S-class no mud, but it's turned up 5%. Challenger, demon duck. Boom. They type when they talk, no seeing. Big step like it's Shaq, shoes on my feet. No, I'm coming.
Yo, 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 yo. Yo, yo, what's going on, y'all? This is Marcus Rosa, a.k.a. Mazuma TV, back at y'all with another live for the day on this beautiful Friday night, man. I hope everybody's doing extremely well, enjoying their start to the weekend and all that, man. I'm back at y'all with some more boxing talk on the road to 2K, man. We're about to hit that 1,900 mark in due time, man. We closer to the goal than we are far from it. You know what I'm saying? We almost did, man. We about to get to that final lap. Shout out to the nation and the mob for making that possible. All right, y'all. We got some things that we need to discuss, man. We're gonna speak about Devin Haney's media workout that just took place not too long ago. My apologies. And then we're gonna speak about Richardson Hitchins and his latest statements going into his fight, man. Richardson Hitchins is fighting tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be taking place on the zone. Matchroom boxing, man. It seems like he's taking on a tough Argentinian dude. You see what I mean? Shout out to Auntie Slayer. That's a crazy ass name. But shout out to Auntie Slayer. Southwest Dice in the building. What's going on? That's a gangsta ass name, Southwest Dice. I rock with that. Shout out to the boys that's in the building that's already showing love in the chat, man. You know what I'm saying? But we're going to address some things. Then we're going to have some open boxing topics, man. My son's sleeping in the other room right now. So, you know what I mean? I need some time to kill. You know what I'm saying? So let's get into it, man. Richardson Hitchins is fighting tomorrow, man. Gustavo Lemos. You know what I mean? The guy is 29-0. You know what I mean? So he got an undefeated dude coming up right now. I don't know too much about Gustavo. You know what I mean? I never really heard of the dude before. I seen that. I mean, I'm looking through his box rec right now, and it looks like he beat Lee Selby a couple years ago. So that's a notable name on his resume. George Paez. Yeah. I'm looking through his resume right now. I don't really see anybody too notable besides Lee Selby. But that's about it, in all honesty, man. I don't really know too much about the dude. But nonetheless, this dude's undefeated, and he almost has double the experience in the pro ranks that Richardson Hitchins has. So this should be a good test for him to see exactly where he's at. You know what I mean? Richardson Hitchins is ranked like in the top 10 in the world at junior welterweight. You know what I mean? And he's pretty much knocking on the door for an opportunity for a world title. So that's what's going to be going on tomorrow night live on the zone. You know what I mean? But, I'm a huge fan of Diego Pacheco. So I'm really looking forward to seeing how he does in his bout against Sean McCalman. You know what I mean? This dude is undefeated as well. This dude is 15-0 with 7 knockouts from the research that I had done earlier. And, I'm real big on Diego Pacheco, man. I think he's the future of the super middleweight division. You know what I mean? And I think that he's a lot better than what people give him credit for. I think Diego Pacheco is extremely underrated. So you already know that Mazuma TV going to be locked in watching Diego Pacheco to see how he performs against this undefeated contender that's on the rise right now, man. Like I said, I don't know Sean McCalman either. You know what I mean? But let's take a look at his box record and see exactly what he got going on, because I don't know the dude at all. I'm not about to sit here and act like I'm like educated on him when I'm not. So let's get this out of the way. So looking at I'm sorry, hold on. Sean McCalman's resume on BoxRec, he's currently ranked according to BoxRec. They rank is set up a little bit different. I disagree with their rankings the majority of the time, but in the country, Sean McCalman is ranked number 10 in the country on BoxRec and ranked number 57 in the world. He got 2.5 stars on BoxRec. So this guy, he's not too bad, man. This might be a good fight for Diego Pacheco. You know what I mean? It might be a great experience for him. So let's look through his resume. You know what I mean? The first name that pops out immediately to me is Von Alexander. Now, I know Von Alexander, not on a personal level, but I've heard of his name before because I think he was offered as a potential opponent for one of our fighters at one point in time a while back. We had a super middleweight. And he has like a lopsided record, but, he actually done beat some guys and gave some dudes some tough fights. You know what I mean? Most notably, he beat Money Powell. He beat Money Powell the fourth. I think he took his O. And then he actually went on and beat Luis Cuba Arias, I believe. So I'm very familiar with Von, Alexander. He's a journeyman, but he's somebody that could really destroy, fuck your money up if you really invested into a prospect or anything like that. So he's a good test for anybody that's in the division. So that's the first name I see. He actually beat Von Alexander. You know what I mean? So that's a pretty solid name. Then he's beat a 10-0 and Marquise Moore. Now I don't know exactly who that is at all, but this was a undefeated dude. And then he actually beat Money Powell. I didn't even know that Money Powell got beat again. So Money Powell is I thought he only lost to Von Alexander. So they both share a win. They have a mutual opponent in Money Powell. You know what I mean? So this is a guy who's not bad at all. You know what I mean? If he beat Von Alexander, who's a sturdy journeyman, you know what I mean, gatekeeper, whatever you want to call him, and then he actually beat a young up-and-coming kid like Money Powell, who I believe is very talented, then this could be a good opponent for Diego Pacheco. You know what I mean? Obviously, I still have him as the favorite, no doubt about it. You know what I mean? Diego Pacheco currently right now is 20-0 with 17 knockouts. So if we do the math, he has like an 85% knockout ratio. You know what I mean? So this dude, he brings the excitement. You know what I mean? He's a very exciting fighter, man. He brings the pressure. He lets his hands go. He's also a very intelligent boxer, man. I seen his skill set on display when he fought Lorenzo Simpson in the amateurs. You know what I'm saying? I actually saw that this kid can actually box, that he's just not this guy who throws a ton of punches and applies pressure, the typical Mexican style type shit. No, this dude actually has some skill set behind him. But, he's been getting a lot of these guys up out of there lately. You know what I mean? So keep your eye on Diego Pacheco, man. You know what I mean? I think this dude I think he's a future world champion in the making. I think that he's going to be a problem amongst the super middleweights in the future. I think that he's definitely on the cusp of, either fighting for a world title or becoming a world champion. So shout out to Diego Pacheco, man. I don't see a lot of people really speak about him too much, but I think that he's very capable of being Edgar Berlanga right now. I think he beats the dog shit out of Edgar Berlanga. That's just me. You know what I'm saying? This kid is at least like 6'4". He got to be like 6'4", 6'5", 6'3", between 6'3" to 6'5". You know what I mean? And I'm sure, along with that long ass reach that he had, with that height that he has a long reach as well. I think the last time it's definitely like in the 78, 79 area that his reach is, if I recall correctly. So this is a dude who may very well have a 6'7" reach. Imagine trying to deal with that at super middleweight. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know if David Benavidez's reach is that long, and he's a pretty big super middleweight himself. So Diego Pacheco is an animal. You know what I'm saying? And I'm really looking forward to seeing how he showcases himself tomorrow night. You know what I mean? So that's a great card. But let's get into Devin Haney. Devin Haney's media workout, man. I didn't even know that he had a media workout scheduled for today. You know, as soon as I got home with my son and stuff like that, I had him running around the crib and shit. And I turned on YouTube on my TV, and then I seen that the post-media workout, the media workout, not the post-media workout. The media workout had actually ended about 5 minutes before I even logged in on my YouTube channel. So I went back, I checked it out. I was listening to Sergio Mora talk and stuff like that. And I actually seen that Oscar De La Hoya was in the building while Devin Haney was doing his media workout, which is pretty cool to see. You know what I mean? I guess De La Hoya is just looking at exactly what's in front of him at this point in time. You know what I mean? And I'm looking forward to seeing how he goes about it. Shout out to Ruben Bolanos. Ruben Bolanos says, hey, Mark, what do you think about Daniel Blancas? Yo, I ain't even going to lie to you. I don't even know who that is. You know what I mean? But I appreciate you shouting this guy out, so now I could be able to educate myself. If you're in the comments right now, man, tell me, give me the gist of who he is. From what I see right here on Instagram, his name is Daniel Iceman Blancas. So he and then he got the Mexican flag by his name. Let's check him out. He's 8-0 with 4 knockouts, so a 50% KO ratio, 22 years old, 6'3" at super middleweight. Damn, these Mexicans are getting tall, man. What the fuck is going on with these Mexicans, man? Like on some real shit, bro. Like David Benavidez like 6'2", 6'3". Andy Ruiz like 6'2", 6'3". Fucking Pacheco like 6'4". He got a heavyweight brother that's like 6'5", 6'6". Well, like since when did where these tall ass Mexicans come from? Chavez Jr. big as hell. Like, bro, I swear, like all the Mexicans I know, like 5'6" and below. I don't know where the hell these tall ass dudes coming from. I don't know if it's a West Coast thing. I don't know, but regardless, man, that's a tall ass super middleweight. He's from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. That's what's up, man. So it looks like he's in the prospect stage of his career. Currently ranked number 22 in the country and 116 in the world according to BoxRec. So this is pretty interesting, man. I never heard of the dude in all honesty. I see that he beat Devon Lee. One of my super middleweights had beat Devon Lee a few years back as well. Devon Lee, he has a lopsided record, but he could definitely rumble. So yeah, he beat him 6-0 on all the scorecards. So he definitely smoked Devon Lee, which is pretty impressive. You know what I mean? And it looks like he's going up against Bruno Ruiz for the ABF Intercontinental Super Middleweight title. I've never heard of the ABF, but we're going to let it rock. The WBC Youth World Super Middleweight title. So 2 vacant belts on the line that I'm sure that if he gets a WBC Youth, I guess that he'll obtain some type of ranking in the WBC if you have a version of their belt. So that's interesting, man. Shout out to Ruben Bolanos for the super chat, though. And letting me know who this guy is, man. Shout out to everybody that's been contributing to the channel. It is very much appreciated. I'm going to definitely keep my eyes on him now that you told me something about him. But looks like, obviously, he's on a good path, man. He's about to be on his 9th bout, and he's building. So that's dope. So in his 8 fights, he's already gotten in 30 professional rounds. That's cool. That's cool, man. I wish the best of luck for him. And, you know, shit, if you know the dude, I would say to try to get him on the channel, man. Try to get that man on the channel. That'd be dope to have an up-and-coming guy on. And that's what I'm really looking to do, in all honesty, man. I want to do interviews with guys who are on the come-up right now. So, you know, when their story end up being released to the world and everybody gets to know who they are, they could look back at Mazuma TV and see that we've been on the case. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Ruben for the super chat, man. Well, the Cash App. Shout out to Ruben for the Cash App. But yeah, man. So Oscar De La Hoya was at the media workouts with Devin Haney and stuff like that, and I guess he was just checking out Devin Haney, because he is a promoter of this fight. At the end of the day, his money is on the line at the end of the day, and his name is attached to this fight. So of course he's gonna come through and check out what Devin Haney got going on, despite having a fighter that's going against him. You know what I mean? I see Devin Haney taunting De La Hoya and stuff like that, trying to get De La Hoya to respond to him. But De La Hoya is not the type of dude who really talks crazy. And at the end of the day, him and Ryan don't have the best relationship anyway. So I wasn't really expecting him to defend Ryan Garcia. You know what I mean? So I think somebody in the media had asked Oscar De La Hoya if he was concerned about anything. And Oscar was like, "No, man." And that Devin Haney was like, "You better be concerned. You better be concerned." That type shit. You know what I mean? So Oscar De La Hoya was like, "Yo, look, I'm not his trainer. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not his trainer. Like, you don't need to be worried about me spying on y'all or anything like that," which is very true. You know what I mean? He's just there for the business, for business purposes. Like I said, Golden Boy is attached to this fight. They're the ones that's leading the event in terms of promotion in association with DHP. So, both of the promoters are there. Devin and Bill are there. Oscar De La Hoya is there, as he should be. You know what I mean? He's already not showing up to press conferences after Ryan loses. So the best he could do is show up to at least a media workout, whether it's his fighter or not. You know what I'm saying? So I noticed that was pretty dope. But, I really wanted to get into what I noticed with Devin Haney's workouts because, a lot of boxing fans, they look at media workouts and they don't really see too much. However, me being a boxing coach, you know what I mean? And, being big on game plans and, just paying attention to the little details that's going on. I noticed some things that Devin Haney is doing that we should be on the lookout for. You know what I'm saying? And shout out to everybody that's in the building. Before I get into that, man, hit the like button, man. Hit the like button. We got 8 people in here. I know I am on earlier than usual, so I'm not really expecting too many people to get on right away. You know what I mean? But for everybody that's coming through and showing love, man, it is very much appreciated. You know what I'm saying? We got 9 likes. It is all love, man. Thank you guys for the constant support. 10 likes. Thank you very much. You know what I mean? We getting past that 1,800 mark, man. You know what I'm saying? We getting shit on. We getting shit popping for sure. But shout out to Texas 16 South. He said, "What's the deal? I'm chilling, man." Tito Stacks, what's going on? My boy Tito in the building. But what I noticed, because Devin Haney didn't do too much. It's a media workout at the end of the day, so you don't really want to show too much of what you got going on. You know what I mean? You don't want to give nobody any impressions, but based off of what I seen, man, it was a pretty light workout. I seen Devin Haney hitting the pads with one of his coaches, and he was working the power shield with one of the other guys, and it was a smaller type shield, so it was more accuracy based. You know what I mean? And Devin Haney looks sharp, man. His technique looks good. He didn't really exert himself in this workout, so I can't really speak to his conditioning. But based off of what I've seen in Devin Haney's career, and based off of what he's been saying in terms of sparring 13 rounds, I'm assuming he's in really good shape. You know what I'm saying? I'm assuming he's in really good shape. And looking at the way that he was throwing certain combinations, man, it really looks like he's turning the shit out of that left hook. Now, I know that Devin Haney isn't the biggest puncher. We know that. I think that's one of his biggest criticisms by far because he's fighting. He's taking on the challenges. He's fighting. He's skilled. You know what I mean? He's pretty well-rounded, but in the power department, it seems like that's where his biggest deficiency is, which is why a lot of people criticize him in that department because they don't really have many other departments to criticize him from. So, of course, they just going to make fun of him, calling pillow hands and all that type shit. But based off of what I'm seeing when he's hitting these pads, man, he's really turning over that left hook. Now, I never really known Devin Haney for putting too much into his left hooks and stuff like that, but it really looks like he's doing that now. And it makes a lot of sense because that to keep it honest with you, Ryan Garcia is a sucker for that left hook. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's a sucker for that left hook. Let's keep it 1,000. Like, when he got dropped by Luke Campbell, what shot was that? I think it was the left hand. I think it was an overhand. Let's check. Let's check, y'all. I don't want to be wrong on here and then talking like I'm right type shit. You know what I mean? So let's take a look. Let's take a look at let me see. Let's see. Okay. Boom. I will show it. Yeah, it was a left hand. It was an overhand left. An overhand left, right? So Ryan Garcia has trouble looking. He's a sucker for that left hand, just like Rolly Romero. You know what I'm saying? So he got hit with that left hand, then he got sat down by the same left hook from Gervonta Davis. You know what I'm saying? So Devin Haney, from what I'm seeing, and when he's hitting the pads, bro, he's really turning that left hook over, man. And I don't be surprised if that's a shot that is extremely successful in this fight with Ryan Garcia, man. Devin Haney is very good at placing shots. He has beautiful accuracy, beautiful precision on his shots. And although he's not the biggest puncher, if he put accuracy is just as dangerous as being a power puncher, because you don't have to be a big puncher to put a shot in the right place and hurt an opponent. I know plenty of people that I've held the pads for, and I'm like, yo, this dude don't really got no pop. You know what I'm saying? Or I've seen people hit the bag, and I'm like, yo, he don't seem like a big puncher, but, you know, they got significant amount of knockouts in their amateur or professional boxing career. And that's because, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, accuracy is deadly, man. You know what I mean? So if you put a shot in the right place, you know what I mean? Especially to the body. If you hit somebody with a good body shot, it don't need to be a hard shot. If you hit them in the right spot, you know what I mean, and it got enough steam on it, it could break somebody down. Bernard Hopkins was never this one-punch knockout artist. You know what I'm saying? He was never like this big killer, put you out with one shot type puncher. But when he fought Oscar De La Hoya in one of the biggest fights in his career, he placed a beautiful body shot. It was right on the button. And Oscar De La Hoya, who's been a dog his entire career, and would never really quit, in all honesty, he couldn't get up, man. He couldn't get up. So, you know, Devin Haney, he's working that power shield for a reason, man. He's looking to place these shots in the best position possible. You know what I mean? So he's working on his accuracy. He's working on his precision, as he should as a world-class fighter. And he's practicing. He's really turning that left hook over, man. So really pay attention to that, man. I know that when people watch media workouts, they just trying to see some flashy shit. But, bro, if you're as detail-oriented as me from a boxing coach's perspective, you would know that, you know, they come into these camps with something in mind and hopes in terms of what they want to do against their opponent. And seeing, I'm sure they've been studying a lot of tape from Ryan Garcia, and they know him pretty well from the amateurs. You know what I'm saying? They've been watching his fights. They've been waiting for this fight for a little while now. So they've been studying Ryan. They've been doing their homework, and they notice a huge defensive deficiency. They see that he's a sucker for the left hook, and, you know, out of nowhere, it just seems like Devin Haney's really sitting down and turning on that left hook. So be on the lookout for that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, boxing film. You already know YouTube not sending out no notifications, bro. You know what I mean? For like the first 15 minutes on here, you know, only had like 6 people in the building, but it's tripled up since then. We got 18 people in the building, man. Hit the like button as soon as you come in. Let's get the algorithm on the up so that other people can see that the nation is on and live. You know what I'm saying? Sergio Martinez is a good example. That is a good example. You know what I'm saying? That is a good example. Texas 16 South says, if you can make an opponent think, wait, hold on. If you can make an opponent think they're gonna get hit with a certain punch but throw another, is all it takes. I mean, that's a good point. You know what I mean? If you got some great feints and you able to sell a shot and then have them run into something else, that's definitely something that could, you know, get a fight handled right away. That reminds me of the Canelo Alvarez, Alfred Angulo fight, where like he feinted that he was going to throw something with the lead hand, and then he threw the uppercut, and the ref stopped. The ref stopped the fight because Angulo was getting hit with too many clean shots. You know what I'm saying? So it was a pretty solid media workout, man. You know, fighters don't really put too much in the media workouts. It's like with NBA players in the All-Star game. You know what I mean? They look at it as like a time to just chill, or, you know, to just have fun and not really take shit too serious. You know what I mean? And Devin Haney didn't, you know, he didn't really waste no time. He looked locked in. He looked focused. You know what I mean? He didn't really look like he was playing around or anything like that. He seemed pretty serious. Seems like he's about his business. And, you know, it's almost that time to fight, man. It's currently April 5th. You know what I'm saying? So 2 weeks and a day, 15 days out, y'all. 15 days out, and we get one of the biggest fights of the year so far. And Devin Haney versus Ryan Garcia. So I'm really looking forward to seeing that. Based off of what I've seen right here, I'm assuming that Ryan Garcia should have a media workout coming out soon. I don't know if it's going to be tomorrow or sometime this following week. But I want to see Ryan Garcia's media workouts, man. I want to see if he actually does one. And if he does do it, what is he going to do? You know what I mean? I don't want to see no reflex bag, you know, where everything seems to be telegraphed and all that. I want to see how he gets on the pads with Derrick James. I want to see how he's defending jabs. I want to see how he's defending the right hands. Is he blocking body shots? Like, because Devin Haney's definitely going to play some body shots. Devin Haney put on a body shot clinic against Vasil Lomachenko. And in all honesty, I think that's what won him the fight. So I'm really looking forward to seeing how he does it against Ryan Garcia. Ryan Garcia is somebody that has like a long torso, you know what I mean? And like I said, he's not the best defensively, you know what I mean? So I want to see how he puts them shot. And you know, Ryan Garcia, his only loss was a body shot knockout. So you already know that he's looking to do the same thing. He's seen Gervonta Davis' recipe and he trying to duplicate it. You know what I mean? He not necessarily duplicated like fight like Tank, but you know, if he sees that Tank hurt him with a body shot, then he could see that as an opening himself. It's like when Margarito got his eye fucked up by Pacquiao. You think Cotto didn't target it purposely? Of course he did. So I'm expecting Ryan Garcia to target Ryan's weaknesses, and it happens to be his body. And when I was looking at Ryan Garcia's frame training, I think it was yesterday or earlier today, I'm not sure. It seemed like he still got a little bit of pudge down there, man. He got a soft body. I don't know if pause, you know what I'm saying? No diddy, but I mean, like soft, like torso area. Look like he don't really focus on his abs all like that. You know, I've seen him more cut up in the past, so I don't know if it's because he still got a little bit of water in his system. You know what I mean? But then again, he was only like 10 pounds off the last time he did a weight check. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. I don't know if he lacks the upper body. Just, you know, I don't know. I don't know. But regardless, yeah, man. So I'm really looking forward to seeing that fight, man. We're just seeing that the fight is getting closer and closer is getting me more excited. And be on the lookout for my live fight commentary, man. I'm gonna have a few of my fighters here with me. You know what I mean? I'm gonna set the laptop up where you know it's showing all of us. And you know, we're gonna give you guys live fight reactions, bro. It's gonna be a fucking fight party, man. A fight party. So if y'all not gonna be able to watch the fight, you know what I mean? Y'all not gonna be able to be tuned in or whatever the case may be, man. Come check out Mazuma TV, man. It's gonna be like kicking it at the barbershop, kicking it at the homie's crib. You know what I mean? We're gonna be ourselves. We might talk a little crazy on her, so that live might not get monetized, but it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, let's get into these comments right now. Devin gonna go to the body most def. That's what Lorenzo said. I think he'd be dumb not to. And Devin Haney, I feel like is a very intelligent fighter, so it should be pretty obvious that that's what he's gonna do. He's gonna mix that in somewhere. Who you got? Devin versus Richardson. I think Devin's a. I think oh man that'll be a chess match, man. But I think because Devin Haney is more experienced at a pro level. Hold on real quick. That's my son. I'll be right back. My fault, y'all. My fault. My fault. What the fuck going on with the cat? What my cat do? The cat walked by or something? Nah, man, my son was fussing a little bit, so I had to make sure he was cool and all that. But shout out to everybody that's in the building. Karma, what up? What up? Yeah, I mean, Junior Spock, he said, anybody got any underdogs this weekend? I'm not too familiar with the undercard. Let me check that out real quick. Yeah, I mean, because I know obviously Arnold Barbosa is fighting. You know what I'm saying? Um, well, let's take a look at that undercard, man. Let's see if it's posted on BoxRec. It should be posted on BoxRec by now. So let's get an idea of what's going on here. Should be posted by now. Last time I checked, it was only the Ryan Garcia and Devin fight. Oh, it's still like that. So I don't know exactly why BoxRec isn't posting their undercards or anything like that. Yeah, I mean, but yeah, Hitchins does fight tomorrow. You know what I mean? BoxRec, the truth. I just don't be agreeing with their rankings, bro. You know what I mean? Like I don't be knowing. Like they keep us informed of what's going on and shit like that. And obviously, it literally is BoxRec. It keeps track of boxers' records. You know what I mean? And where they fought, how much they weighed, and stuff like that. It definitely keeps us informed. But at the same time, BoxRec lacks a lot of context. You know what I'm saying? So you got to be real careful with the information you get. It's like BoxRec, almost like Wikipedia. You know what I mean? I feel like BoxRec is like Wikipedia. Like they have some valid information on there and stuff like that, but you can't go with everything that's on there. And there's some shit on BoxRec that glitters, but it ain't gold. You know what I mean? You might see somebody on BoxRec that's 20-0, and you be like, damn, this dude is pretty good, man. He's 20-0. Then you look through his record and it's like all turkeys. It's like, oh shit. All right, so is this dude really a real 20-0? Like, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? So and I think they also got like rankings of like pound for pound best fighters ever, and it's like the most ridiculous list ever. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I don't trust nobody rankings except my own, which I did with y'all, the nation. You know what I'm saying? So that's the only rankings I trust. The Mazuma TV pound for pound list and shit like that, man. Eventually, what I'm gonna start doing is I'm gonna make my pound for pound list, right? Then I'm gonna send the trophy off. Whoever's pound for pound number one, I'm gonna send it over to them. You know what I mean? I'm gonna also do things like fighter of the year, fighter of the year, knockout of the year, and shit like that, and had them Johns sent over to the fighters as well. You know what I mean? So that'll be dope. Karma says, I know someone that works for BoxRec. Me too. And it's run completely on statistics. There's no human input into it. Okay, so it's just some like, yeah, okay. That makes a lot of sense. Yeah. They gave Casemiro 5 stars. Shit. He said, Miles Jordan said, can't trust nobody ranking one of my partners. Had Ryan Garcia pound for pound. Yeah, man. And the thing is like it's all opinionated at the end of the day. So there's really no right answers. You know what I mean? But, I feel like, there's definitely people that be on certain pound for pound lists. And I'm like, the fuck is this? You know what I mean? But, it's all opinionated. My criteria is a little bit different from everybody else's. So I don't expect my list to be like everybody else's because you can have a pound for pound list and I can have a pound for pound list. And we making our list completely based off of different things. The heaviest thing that I rank on my pound for pound list is resume. You know what I mean? Like, who have you fought? You know what I mean? How many weight classes have you, done well in and stuff like that? Then the skill set goes into play afterwards. You know what I mean? Because you could be the most skilled. You could be a very skilled individual, but if you haven't fought nobody, how can we really say that you're a pound for pound type fighter? What really justifies you being a pound for pound type fighter is how you move, how you dominate in the weight classes and the quality opponents in which you've beat. You know what I mean? But I'm also a person that don't include people that have failed drug tests on my pound for pound list. So Canelo Alvarez is not on my pound for pound list. You see what I mean? I know this dude has never been pound for pound, but like, for example, Dillian White will never be on my pound for pound list. Tyson Fury will never be on my pound for pound list. I also don't put heavyweights unless they moved up into heavyweight, like Alexander Usyk. I don't put any cheaters on my pound for pound list, and I don't put like career long heavyweights on my pound for pound list because if y'all know what started the original pound for pound list, then it was back when Sugar Ray Robinson was boxing, and they were saying that if you were to put him at with solely his skill set, his overall abilities, and you put him in any weight class, assuming that he had the body or the build for that weight class, that he would dominate. You know what I mean? So it was never meant for the heavyweights in general. So when I don't put heavyweights in my pound for pound list, it's for a reason, because it's obvious that, you know, Tyson Fury could beat, you know, just about everybody else in weight classes that's below him. You know, they have the ultimate advantage at the end of the day. They're heavyweights. You feel what I mean? So there's no point in really, if that's like, if we really basing it off of that, then, you know, there will be a the pound for pound number one fighter will be a heavyweight every time. You see what I mean? So I don't put heavyweights on my stuff just because of that. You know, the heavyweights during Sugar Ray Robertson's era would have been able to beat him, but they were specifically saying that he was so skilled. You know what I mean? He was such a great fighter that if you would have put him in a heavyweight body, a cruiserweight body, a light heavyweight body, that he'll dominate whatever weight class he's in. You feel what I mean? I don't put heavyweights on my pound for pound list unless they moved up in heavyweight. Like I said, like Alexander Usyk and shit like that. I don't put drug chiefs on my pound for pound list because we don't know how long they was taking them drugs and how much of an effect that had in them being successful in their career. You know, that's just me though. That's just me though. You know, I still see a lot of people that have Canelo Alvarez on their pound for pound list. That's cool. That's their opinion. I see a lot of heavyweights on people's pound for pound list. Cool. That's their opinion. But if y'all know the essence of the pound for pound list, then y'all would know that, you know, heavyweight shouldn't really be on there. You feel what I mean? But like I said, it's all opinion based. You know, I don't really get mad at nobody else's opinion, unlike certain people. You know, there's a lot of people that when you have a difference in opinion with them, then they, you know, they get emotional, they get in their bag, you know what I mean? And they look at you as opposition when at the end of the day, you know, we just have a difference in opinion. Like, I got a lot of love for Karma. You know what I mean? Karma that's on here right now. I don't know if she's still on here, but me and her disagree on a lot of shit. But, you know, she still support me and I still support her. So it's all love at the end of the day. You know what I mean? I'm not about to be the one to sit here and get all emotional because somebody not saying the same things I'm saying. We different people. We going to have different shit that we going to rock with. And that's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? Miles Jordan says, I don't think Gervonta top 10 pound for pound. I got him pound for pound. I just don't have him at the top of the pound for pound list. I think that a lot of the wins that Gervonta Davis has gotten in his career are aging beautifully. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Like, I know a lot of people have been discrediting his resume and who he's fought lately, but the fighters that he's beaten, how they've been able to bounce back so far, just show how good Gervonta Davis is. You know what I mean? Like, if we look, let's start at the beginning. Jose Pedraza. You know, Jose Pedraza was able to bounce back off of that loss and become world champion again. Let's continue going. Mario Barrios, you know what I mean? He stopped Mario Barrios. Mario Barrios moved up in weight, came up short again against Keith Thurman, but then just had the biggest win of his career against your Danny Schoolguys. You know what I'm saying? Who was somebody who beat Manny Pacquiao, who was the WBA welterweight champion of the world before falling short to Earl Spence. So, you know, that victory aged beautifully. Let's look at another one. Rolly Romero. He knocked out Rolly Romero, and despite what we believe, the fact still remains that he moved up in weight and became a world champion after the fact. Pitbull Cruz just moved up in weight, and in his first fight at 140 pounds, defeated Rolly Romero to become the WBA. The WBA, right? The junior welterweight champion of the world. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of his victories that, you know, Gervonta Davis has obtained throughout his career, they may not have been good in the moment that he's won them, but they've aged pretty well. You know what I mean? There's some victories that have aged pretty bad. You know what I mean? And there's some that's aged really well. And it seems like Gervonta, that's what I'm saying. I mean, despite how Rolly Romero beat Ismael Barroso, you know what I mean? He still beat him. He still became world champion. So regardless of, you know, whether we feel like it was a gifted win or whatever the situation may be, which, you know, I don't think you're wrong for feeling like that. I don't think you're wrong for feeling like that. But it doesn't change the fact that he became world champion after losing to Barrios. Barrios came up in weight. What do you mean? I mean, we know that. And then he ended up, he just had the biggest win of his career lately against your Danny Schoolguys, who a lot of people thought he was the underdog going into that fight. You know what I mean? Gamboa win with spoiled milk. Yeah, Gamboa. Man, he fell off crazy, man. I remember Gamboa was one of them dudes, one of the most talented motherfuckers in the division, and he just As soon as he lost the Bud, it just went downhill. The Pedraza performance was crazy, absolutely. He said Pedraza is washed. I mean, right now he is, but I'm talking about years ago when Gervonta Davis beat him. He went on, moved up in weight, and became world champion again. I believe he defeated Ray Beltran and became champion again. You know, he's a multi-division world champion. We could say Pedraza washed all he wants. He's accomplished a lot in the sport of boxing. You know what I'm saying? So that win aged beautifully. If you beat somebody and they go on to do some great shit after you beat them, it just make you look good at the end of the day. So to go back to the original point that I was making, Gervonta Davis isn't at the top of my pound for pound list, but you know he's on it. What you mean weight drain Pedraza? He was literally the IBF world champion at 130 when Tank fought him. Do you remember that? Come on, man. You gotta come better than that. I think that Pedraza was a weight drain when Keyshawn beat him. Yo, who's this? Hold up. Let's see. I didn't even get to see. Yeah. Is it really him? You ain't saying nothing but a word, cuz. Oh, it's fake. I was hoping it wasn't, man. I was hoping it wasn't. Yeah, you tripping. You ain't saying nothing but a word, cuz. Fuck you mean? But anyway, yeah, man, that's pretty much what I wanted to say about that, man. Pound for pound lists are subjective at the end of the day. I'm not going to disagree with anybody unless it's like an obscene name. Like if you put like Campbell Hatton on your motherfucking pound for pound list, then I'm gonna have a problem with that because now you're just talking BS. But everybody's entitled to their opinion. You know what I mean? And I don't really judge people. Like I brought people on this channel that I've completely disagreed with. I thought they was wrong totally, but I still let them get their rocks off. You know what I mean? I did interviews with trainers and stuff like that where I disagreed with them on a subject, but I just let them rock because they're entitled to their opinion. They grown men, they grown women. They could say whatever they want to say. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's really going to agree with you at the end of the day. Boxing Film says, do you remember Tank said he was forced into the Pedraza fight? I don't know if force was the word, but I remember at one point in time that he said that they was trying to line him. You know what I mean? That they was trying to line him. So he was saying that they pretty much thought that he was going to lose, and that's why they put him in that fight. You know what I mean? And he was able to prove everybody wrong. So I'm not going to say force because I don't think you could really force somebody to get in the ring. You feel what I mean? If a motherfucker don't want to fight, they don't want to fight. And it is what it is. But what I do think is, you know, sometimes if promoters want to teach you a lesson or they feel like you're going against the grain or they feel like you're going to leave their promotional company, they're going to put you in a situation where you may very well lose. Like Ryan Garcia said, he felt like Oscar De La Hoya and them and Golden Boy tried to line him with Oscar Duarte. They thought Oscar Duarte was going to beat him because they wanted to teach him a lesson. Now, I mean, that's up for debate. We don't know. You feel me? But that wouldn't be far-fetched. I don't think Ryan Garcia is like crazy for believing that because I've seen it happen multiple times. He was angry after the fight. Yeah, he was angry after the fight. But he said that was because everybody thought that he was they threw him in there too soon. You know what I mean? Which lets you know that Pedraza was respected in the division at that time. You know what I mean? Like if people were under the impression that Tank was too inexperienced and that he wasn't ready for that fight, you know, it goes to show what they thought about Pedraza at that time. Pedraza was a problem at 130 at that time. He was world champion. You know what I mean? He didn't do, you know, he obviously ended up going on the decline. That's what happens when you continue boxing. But, you know, Pedraza was a top guy at the time, and Tank disposed of him. Tank was a 2-1 underdog against Pedraza. There it go. There it go. That's probably why he was mad, because so many people was doubting him. top up and comer at 154? That's a good question. I mean, obviously, Xander Zayas, he's a top guy at 154 pounds. I mean, he looks like a promising kid at 154 pounds. Let's see who else is Lorenzo Simpson at 154. Is he at 160? I don't know if Lorenzo's still at 154. I don't know what that situation is. Elijah Garcia is at middleweight. Elijah Garcia is at 160, Lorenzo. But I'm going to say our fighter, I might sound pretty biased or whatever the situation is, but our fighter, Oluwafemi Oyeliye, you know what I'm saying? He's from Nigeria. He's from Lagos, I believe. And, he's currently 15-0 with 9 knockouts. So let me give you guys the scoop on Oluwafemi. I'm going to end up bringing him on the channel. For real. But let me present this for y'all. I'm going to share my screen for y'all to see. Let's check him out. So this is Oluwafemi right here. So he's 15-0, 9 knockouts. You know what I mean? Currently in Philadelphia training at Pivot Boxing Academy, man. He's a super welterweight, like I said. According to BoxRec, he is ranked number 70 in the world. So this dude, he was signed with Mayweather Promotions at one point in time, but that obviously didn't work out like a lot of the guys that come with Mayweather Promotions. So, he had to step away. Had some contract issues or whatever. And you see that currently his management is my father, Orlando Rosa. His ugly ass right there, that's my father, along with Carlos Rosario with Secure the Bag Management. And if you look at the time frame right here, he had a 4-year layoff as a result of the problems that he had with Mayweather Promotions and stuff like that. Them threatening to blackball him like some fucking goofies. But it took a 4-year layoff. He came back with us and he's been 3-0 since then with all knockouts. Now these are journeyman level type opponents, but it's been extremely difficult to get these top guys in the ring with him. So we have to stay active. So it's like we pretty much in a situation where we're going to sit down and wait for somebody to give us an opportunity, or we just going to stay active and continue sharpening our tools so we could be ready for when the call actually arrives. You know what I mean? So, to keep it 1,000, is it the best opposition? Absolutely not. But, Oluwafemi, we call him Femi in all honesty. We don't feel like saying out his long-ass name. But, he's currently 29 years old. Is he the youngest? Not at all. But, he has enough fights where he'll be okay. You know what I mean? He's probably only like a good 4 or 5 fights away from getting a meaningful fight in the division. You know what I mean? So we got something lined up in June, I believe June 22nd. And that's the next call. That's the next fight that we're going to be looking for. You feel me? So I'm going to stop sharing the screen. That's Oluwafemi. So be on the lookout for that dude, man. And usually when I say that, it's for a reason. I don't really co-sign everybody. I don't even co-sign everybody at my gym in all honesty. They really got to show me things. And Femi, he's done training camps. He's been chief sparring partners for, Stanionis. He sparred Virgil Ortiz, Julian Williams. He told me so many other names, bro, but this dude done been around, bro. He done been around and really sparred some elite level dudes and held his own. Terrence Crawford, I completely forgot about that one. He sparred Terrence Crawford. You know what I mean? He's been a part of some world-class training camps, man. So let's see what's going on. Whoa, you said, didn't you say you might link with Gervonta? I don't remember saying that. I don't know. When did I say that? What did I say exactly? Oh, no. I was saying that one of our fighters, Josh Jones. Let me show you guys that. I'm going to show you guys Josh Jones. Josh Jones. I was about to say John Jones. Josh Jones, we call him the Real War. He's an undefeated lightweight prospect that we got at Pivot Boxing Academy as well. He's 9-0, 1 draw with 3 knockouts. Now, he has a low knockout ratio, but I tell you, Josh is a big puncher, man. You know what I mean? It's going to be it might look like he isn't, but trust me, he is. And I felt his power before, and I'm telling you something good. You know what I mean? I don't put that hard puncher thing on everybody. But Josh Jones is a hell of a talent. You know, he's extremely intelligent. He definitely got dog in him. So this is Josh Jones right here. You know, he came off of a long layoff as well. If you just check the time frame right here, he took a 2-year layoff from 2021 to 2023. And he's been doing well with us since linking up with us. You know what I'm saying? So he took the last, same thing. Fought a guy with 78 professional fights. You know what I mean? When he doesn't even have double-digit fights yet. So it was a tough. It's been some tough fights, even though these guys are people. One undefeated guy we took on, and the other guys that we have faced, have lopsided records. But a lot of these dudes that be having messed up records typically be tougher than the fights with dudes who are undefeated and stuff like that. It seems like the guys with lopsided records are the ones who are more battle tested. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Oluwafemi, I don't know if you're referring to Gervonta Davis is looking for sparring, and with Josh Jones being a sparring partner, they have reached out to possibly get some working with Josh Jones, but I think that they only wanted him to be there for 1 week, and we was looking to have him there for 3 weeks. They haven't called us back since then, so we don't know if that opportunity is still there. You know what I mean? There's a lot of time until the Frank Martin fight, so we're not going to rule that out completely yet. But we see right here that, he's also managed by my ugly ass dad, Lando Rosa. You know what I'm saying? I don't know who the fuck them two followers is. You know what I'm saying? I don't know who the fuck will follow his ugly ass, but it is what it is, man. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, we got some good things going on for sure. We got some good things going on. And, yeah, when you're 29 years old and you're not that known, yeah, you got to keep pushing. But at the same time, we seen people we seen fighters, not really be known until, they're in their 30s. You feel what I mean? Or, like how long did it take for us to know Big Bang Zhang before he started getting known? That by the time we knew him, he probably was already 38, 39 years old. So, everybody's timing is different, man. Everybody has different avenues. There's different obstacles that may be set in front of you, which may hold back your career or at least delay it. But, I'm really confident in these guys' abilities, man. These guys aren't taking any punishment, so it's not like their body's aging necessarily. They're not putting no mileage on. They've been dominating every fight that they've been in and been getting out pretty much without a nick or bruise on them. You know what I'm saying? So I'm really looking forward to June, the end of June, because my son's birthday, June 12th. Then, June 22nd is when the guys will be performing. So it's going to be a good month for us. You know what I'm saying? Miles Jordan pivot up next. Oh, that's a fact. And the Mazuma mob up next as well. I got to go to the Golden Gloves tomorrow because my guy, Derek Moore, will be fighting for the Eastern District Golden Gloves champ, man. So be on the lookout for that. And, keep us in your prayers, man, so we can come out in hopes that we come out successful in that next bout. We going up against a talented guy, but we well prepped. You know what I mean? We in shape. We ready to go. And, we about to put it all on the line, man. So wish us the best of luck, of course. Miles Jordan says, you watching the Jared Anderson fight next weekend? Of course. Of course. Why not? Why not, man? Whenever boxing's on and there's actually somebody that I know, you know what I mean? I'm definitely going to tune in. I don't really be doing too much on the weekends, man, unless I'm stepping out with my girl or something like that or some type of boxing obligations. I really don't be out. So I don't know, man. I don't really be doing too much. So weekends are for boxing. Straight like that. You know what I mean? Where can I watch? What you speaking on? The Golden Gloves thing? I don't think it's recorded, unfortunately. But our amateur show on May 10th will be recorded. So I'll make sure I put the link up in the community board for y'all to tune in because, my same fighters will be on that card as well. It's a hometown fight, a home gym fight. So that'll be recorded and streamed. You know what I'm saying? That's right. It's in Corpus Christi, Texas, where Selena was from. Oh, okay. Cool. I'm looking forward to that. But let's talk about this dude, man, Richardson Hitchins, man. This dude is just, I could already tell that he's going to be a diva once he gets in position to be world champion and stuff like that, man. He's just not saying the right things. He might just be another fighter that, needs like PR. You know what I mean? That needs a publicist because he's just not saying shit the right way. And the way that he's coming across is already turning off boxing fans including myself. So Richardson Hitchins, you know, I had a problem with the statements that he had been putting out lately because it seemed like he was hesitant and fighting for a world title against Subriel Matias, man. Subriel Matias obviously is the IBF junior welterweight champion in boxing right now. You know what I mean? One of the most feared guys in the sport of boxing, period, in my opinion. You know what I mean? And it seems like Richardson Hitchins is like contributing to that idea because YSN Sports Media, Jamil Parker had interviewed that man and had asked him would he take on that opportunity now that Subriel Matias is signed with the same promoter as himself. You know what I mean? And it seems like he wasn't too optimistic about fighting Subriel, but he says the reason why, you know, he wasn't really looking forward to fighting for the IBF is because of the rehydration clause, right? Or the rehydration rule that the IBF has where they say that you can't gain no more than 10 pounds after you weigh in. You know what I'm saying? Now, I believe that weigh-in is in the morning. The IBF does it like early in the morning. So you have time afterwards, after the weigh-ins, to put on more pounds. You know what I'm saying? So it's only for a brief time frame. It's not like all the way until, you know, you step into the ring type situation. But, you know, that's something that a lot of people don't really add into the mix. You know what I'm saying? That's not something people really talk about. So also, he had went on to say that he rehydrates up to 154 pounds. So he actually rehydrates 14 pounds over his weigh-in weight. You feel what I mean? But then I just hear this man, Richardson Hitchins, talk shit about Devin Haney rehydrating all heavy. Oh, he rehydrates to 165, blah, blah. Was like talking shit about Devin Haney rehydration process. Meanwhile, you putting on 14 pounds 24 hours after the fight. You're not walking around at your fight weight. So what the fuck? Who the fuck are you to criticize Devin Haney for that? You see what I mean? So yeah, Lorenzo, I was just about to get into that. And he is a big 140. That ain't no doubt. You know what I mean? But I'm not really feeling this IBF excuse. Because like I said, you know what I mean? Those weigh-ins for the IBF to make sure you're not 10 pounds over, more than 10 pounds over, it's early in the morning, man. It's like 8 in the morning that they do this weigh-in. I remember that because when Daniel Jacobs and Triple G fought, you know, Daniel Jacobs completely blown up in weight. And the IBF had a problem with it because they did like an early morning weigh-in. You feel me? So it's not like he has to be 10 pounds. You know what I mean? He can only gain 10 pounds until he stepped into the ring. This is an early morning weigh-in that he could spend the rest of the day rehydrating and get up to the weight that he needs to go to. And you bitching about 4 pounds because the IBF don't want you to weigh no more than 150, right? And you saying that your post-fight, your rehydration weight is 154. So why can't you just put on 10 pounds overnight, be 150? You know what I'm saying? Be 150, and then put on the additional 4 pounds after you weigh in at 8 in the morning. Like, I'm not really understanding this, bro. It's not really adding up to me. He's blaming it on the whole rehydration process the IBF has, but I'm not buying it. You see what I mean? So I seen that. You scared the shit out of me. So Richardson Hitchins, I thought some ops was about to come in this joint. I was about to air this shit off. Nah, but yeah, man. So you know, Richardson Hitchins, fucking that shit just threw me off. Richardson Hitchins, how you doing? Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Nah, but fucking damn, what the fuck was I even saying? My fault. Oh yeah, he tried to double back and was saying how pretty much, you know, that he will fight Subriel next and stuff like that. But, you know, it's only if the WBC doesn't give him the opportunity first. So he's pretty much telling you like, oh yeah, I'll fight Subriel, but you know, only if like the WBC doesn't give him the opportunity to fight for that title first. So he's pretty much telling you he went from saying that he's not really enthused with fighting for the IBF to later switching up his statements after he faced some backlash for that and saying that now it's second on his list. Sounds like pussy to me. I ain't gonna lie to you. Sounds like pussy to me. I don't know, man. And, you know, that's something that I've heard about Richardson Hitchins throughout his amateur career. You know what I mean? Before he was even known and stuff like that, when people were just calling him Africa and shit like that. I heard that he ain't had no heart, that his heart pumped Kool-Aid. You know what I'm saying? Lorenzo said he ducking and cursing. That's wild. He ducking and cursing. Yeah, like indirectly ducking. Like he's trying to come across like he not scared, but it's just like the shit that you making up as a reason why you're not willing to fight the dude. It's not adding up, man. So in turn, it makes you look like you turkey. Straight like that, bro. Sound like you cold turkey. Matias would beat the block off that boy. I think that fight will look very similar to Subriel Matias versus Malik Hawkins. I think that stylistically, Richardson Hitchins will have a tough time getting Subriel up off him. You see what I mean? I don't think that Richardson Hitchins has the pop necessary to really get Subriel's respect. You know what I mean? To beat Subriel, your best bet is to be a mover. You know what I'm saying? Let me see. What if Leon Paro wins? Well, Subriel got to build himself back up. And Leon Paro is going to be somebody that most likely will be lined up for Devin Haney to face. You see what I mean? But I think stylistically, to beat Subriel Matias, you're going to have to be a mover. And you got to be able to be a mover consistently throughout the course of 12 rounds. You got to be in dog shape to be able to do that against somebody who applying pressure like Subriel. So you got to have great conditioning. You're going to have to be a straight mover. You're going to have to stick to the game plan. And even then, you're going to have to go through some hell in order to defeat this man because he's on your ass the whole 36 minutes of the fight, man. And he's getting stronger as the rounds go on. And you're going to get hit with some shit that you're going to have to, shake off and continue sticking to your game plan. Because as soon as you abandon that game plan, it's going to fall into Subriel Matias' hands and you might fuck around and get stopped or had the corner stop it. And all that shit. Bro, move. So yeah. That's pretty much that's pretty much what it is, man. So Richardson Hitchins, he has the movement, he has the athleticism, he has the boxing ability. However, and I also think to beat Subriel Matias, man, I think that you're just gonna not allow him to set his feet at all. So if you're not moving, you got to be punching. You know what I mean? And even then, Subriel is most likely to throw with you. And he one of them type dudes that he don't mind getting hit to land his shit on you. You know what I mean? I've never seen this man really get discouraged by anybody he's been in the ring with. Now, it is true that he hasn't really faced like these top dogs yet. You know what I mean? But I just think that it's in Subriel's Matias mentality and his characteristics to not really be fazed by what anybody else got going on. He's just worried about what he's doing. And that's pretty much to search and destroy. You know what I mean? I don't think Richardson Hitchins has the experience necessary, and I don't think that he has the tools necessary in order to beat somebody like Subriel. You know what I mean? Now, if we watch that fight with Malik Hawkins and Subriel Matias, that's available on PBC to watch. It's the full fight on there. You will see that Malik, I was about to say Malik Scott. Malik Hawkins had a lot of success early. He was boxing, he was turning, you know what I mean? And Subriel just catching shots and getting hit with certain shots where he's putting up the high guard, but as the rounds go on, he starts chopping the body. You know what I mean? He's catching shots. He's slipping shots. He's just wearing them down. Not only is he breaking you down physically, he's breaking you down psychologically because it's very discouraging to hit somebody with certain shots that usually hurt people or get people's respect. And this dude's just continuously coming forward, being unfazed. You know what I mean? It's a different situation. Like I've been in the mix I've been in sparring sessions like that where because typically I used to hurt dudes with 16, 18-ounce gloves, but then, the amateurs didn't really want to box me anymore at one point in time at that old gym that I was at. You know what I mean? So I used to get in there with the professionals. Now, I would get in with, it was a super middleweight by the name of Brandon Robinson that I used to spar all the time. And then there was a retired fighter that became a trainer. His name was Rashad Brown. Now, Rashad Brown was an undefeated middleweight. They had to retire because of eye injuries. And, these are naturally bigger dudes, man. Like, I don't got no business fighting at 160 for real. I was at 152 and then 141 before that. So, and this was like a weight that, I was like an average sized dude at, pause. So, you know what I'm saying? I would crack these dudes with shots that would typically hurt regular people that I used to box, and they would shake it off and continue coming forward and pretty much not be worried about my offense. I had so much confidence in my power that, you know what I mean? When I would hit these seasoned pros that had some type of punch resistance, it was discouraging, bro. And I can assume that You know, that's what it's got to be like to fight Subriel. Straight like that. Let's see the people that's on here. I've been talking a lot. You think Hitchins Matias is a 50-50? I disagree, but you know, you entitled to that. Maybe Hitchins got the recipe. I don't know. We just got to see it happen. You see, I could have my thoughts, I could have my opinions on stuff, but at the end of the day, I don't know. But I'm willing to figure it out. I'm not like one of these boxer fans that's like, oh no, that's not going to happen, but then come up with excuses as to why like the fight's not going to happen, or where I feel like it shouldn't happen and shit like that. I'm one of the people that be like, yo, I think this, but I'm not sure, so let's see it happen. Lorenzo says 70-30 in my opinion. Yeah, probably like 65-35. You know what I mean? Maybe 60-40 for real. I don't know. But I got Subriel if they do fight. I put some money up on that too. Ooh, a Singh says Matias versus Romain Villa 147. God damn, that'll be a fucking banger, bro. We got to see how Romain Villa come back off of that Jerron Ennis fight, because he took a lot of damage, and the type of damage that he took, it might have took something away from him. Boots put so much of a beating on Romain Villa. I don't know if he's going to come back the same. And he hasn't really fought since then. You know, I'm sure he's been taking the time to recoup, you know what I mean, rest and let his body heal and stuff like that, which is the smart thing to do, because that's what your body definitely needs. You don't want to turn around too quick off of a beating like that. But we got to see how Romain Villa comes back, bro, because he took a lot of damage. And I think that definitely took some time off of his career. You know, there's only so much damage you could take before you become a shell of yourself. Now, I'm not saying that's what happened with Romain Villa, but, you know, it's possible. It's definitely possible. He said 85-15 in my opinion. Y'all petty for that. I ain't gonna drop Hitchins' percentage that low. But yeah. Romain Villa versus Matias would be a fucking banger, bro. Ooh wee. Yeah, that fight not going 12 at all. Subriel stops him in 10. I don't know how he will fare at 147 though, man, because from what Coach Panda was saying, they said they're not moving up to 47 anytime soon, and that Subriel makes 40 very easy. So he might be undersized for 47, for real. We don't know. We don't really know. What the fuck just happened? These goofies, bro. Hold on. Hey, some goofy called me. I think I got one of them trolls calling me. But it is what it is, man. But you say you need Villa and Barrios. That'd be a good John. Barrios might have the style to, you know, really get off on Villa, because Barrios is very creative offensively, and I think that he's more intelligent, like ring IQ wise. So it might be like a schooling for real. Villa gonna keep coming forward and letting his hands go, but Barrios the type dude that he got that dog in him. He could sit there and trade with him, but he could also box. I think that Barrios, and coming off of that win against Ugas, he probably done leveled up a lot mentally and in terms of confidence. So, and Villa's coming off of a loss, so I think that Barrios will edge that. I think he's a little bit better than Villa. Marla Plant. I'm gonna say Caleb Plant, bro. I think that Jamal Charlo, you got to take into consideration, if they fight, that's gonna be at super middleweight. You know, Caleb Plant, but then again, Caleb Plant took a lot of damage in that Benavidez fight, so we gotta see how he bounced back too. You know what I mean? But with Caleb Plant being a smart boxer who has some respectable punching power, and Jamal Charlo, who's been extremely inactive, you know what I mean, and pretty much will be undersized at super middleweight, while Caleb Plant is a full-fledged super middleweight. You know, it's possible that Jamal could pull it off, but I don't know if he's going to be that same imposing figure that he was at 154 and 160 at 168 pounds. I don't know. Because, you know, when he was at 154, he was essentially a bully. Walk you down, you know what I mean, knocking people down with jabs, hurting people with jabs, and, you know, just beating up on dudes. 160, it was pretty much the same thing, where he was just punishing guys. But at 168, you know, the higher you go up in weight, the better they punch resistance is, and you know, the harder that they punch as well. And Caleb Plant might run him into certain shots, man. I don't know. You know, Maul looked all right against Jose Benavidez, but that's Jose Benavidez. He's not Caleb Plant. So we got to see how that turn out. But maybe that's a fight that, you know, Caleb Plant might have his card. Because but the thing is, and then this is another thing. To see, that's how I know it's a good fight. Because I keep going back and forth in thoughts. Caleb Plant, he usually fatigues in them later rounds. You know what I mean? I've seen Jamal exhausted in one fight, and that was against Matias. But for the most part, it seems like he carries it. He paces himself real well. So we'll have to see. We'll have to see, man. I don't know. Lorenzo says Plant gonna smoke him. That might be possible. If you want to beat Charlo at any point in his career, right now is the best time to do it. This is the most vulnerable he's ever been in his career, mentally, and you know, in terms of being active. You know, everything is going downhill for Jamal right now, unfortunately. He just shook the rust off not too long ago, but, you know, since then he's been out drinking and partying, and, you know, PBC pretty much cut him out of that Canelo Alvarez game plan. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to see. He said Maul scared of Plant. Well, Plant also has the edge mentally going into this fight because he smacked the dog shit out of Jamal. Jamal ain't do nothing. You know what I'm saying? So Caleb Plant probably feel like he already got his card. And, you know, Jamal probably questioning himself as a man because he didn't retaliate. And then he got smacked in front of his girl on top of that and did nothing. Nothing. You know what I mean? So that's a pretty embarrassing thing, but that might motivate Jamal to really want to hurt this dude. So, you know, I could go back and forth all day about this, man. It's a good fight is what I'm trying to say. Yeah, he got the dog shit smacked out of him. Bad. If y'all watch that video, bro, Caleb Plant came off of his feet when he smacked Jamal. He jumped into that shit. You know how much power was behind that slap, bro? And then Jamal just sat there and just looked at him. Nothing in his body told him to retaliate. That's how you know them Charlos, they only tough. They only tough inside the ring. How many times have y'all ever seen them dudes pop off outside of the ring? You see them run their mouth, but when have they ever thrown a punch outside of the ring? You've never seen it. Yeah, Caleb Plant said he smacked him twice. He said the second one was caught on camera, but he smacked him before that. So not only did you get smacked once, you got smacked twice in front of your wife, and you did absolutely nothing. She the one who retaliated. He didn't. She threw a shoe at Caleb Plant. And he just sat there and looked at Caleb Plant like, damn, dog, why you hit me type shit. You crazy as shit. That's how you know they only tough out inside the ring. These dudes, they pacifists outside the ring. It's crazy. You would think because they bout it inside the ring and they know how to defend themselves that they would defend themselves or pop off outside of the ring. They won't. They won't. Miles Jordan said, I wouldn't get slapped like that. Well, anybody could get slapped like that. It's what you do afterwards. Because ain't nobody invincible out here. You know what I mean? But you can get your shit rocked. Like I've been snuck before. That's happened. But it's what you do afterwards is, you know what I mean? You can't control certain things, but you know, you could do things in order to try to turn shit around. Jared Hurd, like, I think he slapped Jermell. And then Jamal was acting like he was going to do something, but he didn't. I seen David Benavidez push Jamal at a fight, and he did nothing. Like, these dudes, they turkey, bro. Them Charlo brothers, they like pussy, bro. They talk all crazy. They do all this fucking hooting and hollering. And, you know, when these dudes press them in person, they turn turkey. Did y'all see when Daniel Jacobs walked inside the Barclays? Because Jamal made some real disrespectful comments talking about Daniel Jacobs' cancer. I don't know if y'all remember that. You know what I'm saying? And Daniel Jacobs was walking past them. They was in the back of the Barclays. And Daniel Jacobs was like, ooh, just who I wanted to see. Like, he was like, yo, so what's up, man? Like, what's all this shit that you was talking about? And Jamal all leaning against the wall, talking all low. And, bro, you just seen who was, like, the alpha in that situation. And it wasn't Charlo. And, you know, when Daniel Jacobs walked away, he went back to talking his shit. Well, he was like, we could fight. We could fight. Oh. And Daniel Jacobs, like, to the point where Jamal Charlo man had to come in and defend him, and then shit got a little stirred up from there. You know what I mean? Yeah. He said, "Ooh, I came at the perfect time." Yeah. And Jamal was just dead quiet. Dead quiet. Andre don't like Jamel either. Bro, don't nobody like Jamel for real. His own brother don't like him. Jamal don't even like Jamel. You know what I'm saying? I remember when Andre was calling out Jamal for a fight, and Jamal was like, "Oh, we could fight outside." Like, man, shut up, dog. Like, how many times you ever fought outside? Like, knock it off, bro. Knock it off. That's not your setting, bro. Cut it off. If Plant comes to shake hands and Maul pull on the J-Rock moment. Well, Plant not shaking hands. Plant not shaking hands. You know what I mean? Caleb Plant not a friendly dude. So I don't think he would do anything like that. Maybe after they fight, they might. But you know, Jamal might very well pull a J-Rock moment. That's a fact. Yeah, Karma, that's a fact. When he come around, I'll be quiet. But when he leave, I'm talking again. That's a fact. Yeah, he got mind control over Daniel Jacobs. For sure. Jamel versus Andre will be interesting. You got Boo Boo though? Wow. We gotta see if Jamel even coming back to boxing, bro. This dude just done disappeared from the earth. I mean, he's somewhere counting that Canelo money somewhere. He's sitting in the love seat counting how much money he got left over. You know what I'm saying? Damn, Miles tripping. He said, "We knew bro was full of shit when Mel said he was putting on for the coach and lay down like a hoe." I mean, he definitely did. He was hella submissive, bro. You would have thought he was Canelo wife or some shit out of the way he was bowing down to that man. He should. I thought he was gonna rub Canelo feet during the intermissions. Like when they sat down on the stool for their break, I thought Jamel was gonna come over to Canelo corner and start rubbing his feet before he started getting punched on again. You know what I'm saying? Like hella submissive, real feminine energy from Jamel. You know what I mean? Lions only. Nah, homie. You need to shut down that whole gym. I think he got like Lions only boxing academy. He need to shut that gym down and rename it, sell it to somebody else. You gonna have to do one of them Jones. That shit ain't it. What? Yo, Texas, what you talking about? What you talking about? K2 attack. Somebody was on K2? What you talking about? They're saying a seizure. You lost 250 betting on Mel. Oh, I'd have told you not to do that. Oh, I was about to say, what you talking about, man? I'm about to say, yo, Jamel fucking with that K2. That's crazy. I don't know why you did that, Miles. You must have really wanted Canelo to lose. Or you just had $250 to just put up. Shit, you crazy. Nah. He said Mel smoking them Indian weed packs. That shit that Dave Chappelle smoked. Yeah. He really wanted Canelo to lose. You done gave Canelo some easy money. I told y'all I was rooting for Jamel, but I knew he was going to lose. Man. How much respect, bro? Just go back and watch the videos. Bro, I know how to wait. I know how the psychological warfare works in the pros, bro. I done seen it all. I done experienced it all. I seen how respectful Jamel was for Canelo, bro. And then he was even admitting that Canelo was his idol, bro. I knew he was tapped out mentally from there. You know what I mean? I knew he was tapped out from there. And then he was also saying how, bro, like how you idolize somebody that's in your weight class, bro, or like who was in your weight class at one point in time. Then, bro, there was a few other things. You know how Jamel would disrespect all his opponents. wouldn't say a word to Canelo. Canelo was trying to talk shit to him at one of the press conferences. Jermell would not respond. I was like, wow. And then people were like, oh man, he's just man, he's just acting like that. So he's gonna surprise y'all. I said, no, bro, he's being hella submissive, bro. He's scared of this man. He feared Canelo, bro. Oh yeah, Cameron said that. The track culture, yeah. I was listening to Cam and J. Cole song earlier today, man. Cam got that he got hella swag when he be rapping, man. I fuck with Cam. Shout out to Cam. Killer. Yeah. Yeah, he draw. Yeah, Cam wild out. He tripped on Jamal. And he deserved all that criticism, man. He deserved all that criticism. All that negative criticism. He was in the back crying and shit like that. What you crying for? You know what I'm saying? Then just disappeared right after that. They still talking about Jamel the man at 154, bro. I don't know, man. They done stripped him of like every belt he had, and the division shine. The division got shit popping without him. I don't know if he the man of the division, because if you the man of the division, they would actually be speaking about you. Ain't nobody really speaking about Jamel right now, man. It's like they done forgot about him. His stock done plummeted down the drain. You know what I mean? Sebastian Fundora done beat Tim Tszyu. Do y'all hear anybody calling for Sebastian Fundora to face Jamel? Not at all. You hearing about Terrence Crawford. You hearing about Earl Spence. You hearing about a rematch with Tim Tszyu. You're not hearing nothing about Jamel getting back in the mix, bro. We even hearing about the boy Serhii Bohachuk. You're not hearing nothing about Jamel. Don't nobody know what Jamel got going on. You say you missed the old mall? Yeah, the old mall was nasty. Pause. He definitely was like that. Oscar, he says Mel living good off that Canelo payday. Doesn't even want to fight. Well, that's what it definitely looked like. That's what it's definitely looking like. Boxing Film says it's true Jermel struggling to make weight. I mean, I don't even think he got a fight. So what weight is he making? And from what I heard, Jamel said that he be training year round. He said he make 54 easy. But him going up to 168, he might have trouble trying to get back down to the 50s. I don't know. Yo, Mace said that? Bro, I gotta go back and watch that shit. That's cold if he said that. They done cooked him. I like Bivol's energy when he was going into the Canelo fight. He was saying how people looked at Canelo like he was a god. He said Canelo is just a regular dude. He looked vulnerable before. And that's the exact mentality that you have to have. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of this shit is mental, bro. Boxing, for those of y'all who are just getting into boxing or y'all looking to be fighters yourself, y'all got to understand that y'all mentally have to be in the right spot. You could get in shape all you want. You know what I mean? You could do all the sparring that you want, bro. If you're not locked in up here like you are physically, then it's not going to work. And part of that is having the understanding that, you know what I mean, you fear no man, or you don't psych yourself out to believe that this person is better than you, or you getting intimidated and stuff like that. As soon as you start feeling like that, bro, you done lost the fight. And Bill had that exact mentality that you need to have. Like, he ain't nobody special. You know what I'm saying? Like, we seen this man lose before. Why y'all acting like he unbeatable or something? That he went in the ring and he showed y'all. Jamel, on the other hand, he's having interviews talking about how Canelo was his idol. Like, all that, bro. And it's just like hella respect. Bro, prior to that, he was disrespecting Tim Tszyu, disrespecting Tony Harrison. Yo, he giving everybody all this crazy energy, bro. But with Canelo, he want to change his whole style up. He want to change his whole energy up. Bro, I knew from there it was over. Because he not being himself. You not being yourself, bro. You forcing yourself to act another way, bro. That's you trying to, overcompensate for something. And and you was trying to act like you didn't fear the man. When you clearly did. You know what I mean? For real. I hope that Canelo, that's why I say all money ain't good money. I mean, you took that Canelo pay, you might be set for life. I don't know what the situation is. I don't even know how much you got paid. However, you done lost all your belts as a result of that. You're currently no longer relevant in the sport of boxing, and the people don't respect you no more. Don't nobody got any respect for you. I haven't heard nobody say that they a Jamel Charlo fan since then. So you traded in that money, that little payday, for your respect, your reputation, and your image. I hope it was worth it. You know what I'm saying? He definitely showed up for a bag because he ain't show up to win. If you ain't show up to win, what you showed up for? And Jamal would have did the same thing. Jamal would have did the same thing. And that's exactly why Canelo wanted that opportunity. He knew they was easy money. He knew them niggas was all talk. He knew that they feared him for real. Come on, man. Jamal was a lot more mentally stable than Jamal. Imagine what the fuck Jamal would do. Jamal might quit in there. Anonymous says, I hope Frank doesn't act this way in the build-up with Tank. Well, based off of the interviews I've been seeing so far, he seemed pretty confident in himself. And I think what gives him that extra bit of confidence is like the history they had with sparring and stuff like that. He might get it. He might have a good idea of who Gervonta is and what he brings to the table. So he's preparing accordingly, or he feels like, you know what I mean, he has what it takes to be successful. You know what I mean? That's possible. You know what I mean? But Frank Martin's not really the type dude who really go out of his way to disrespect people anyway. He always calm, cool, collected, and pretty mellow for the most part. You know what I mean? Now, if Frank Martin was the type dude that get in your face, disrespect you, talk about all this greasy shit, and then he go to the Tank and now he playing a silent game, then I'd be concerned. But I'm not really looking for Frank Martin to really act out of character against Gervonta. Yeah, I mean that's not gonna be. It's not going. Definitely not gonna be no crazy buildup between the two where they like talking crazy. You know what I mean? Frank Martin not a big trash talker anyway. He don't like to do all the rapping, so yeah. Miles Jordan says, "Can I hate on Charlo as a man feeding his family? Hell no. But as a boxing fan, man, that nigga Mel sold out. That's a fact. That's a great statement right there. I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do for your family, but you know, like I said, you trading that money in for your reputation, your image, and your respect. So if you feel like it was worth that, cool. But a lot of people wouldn't really feel like it was worth it. A lot of those three things right there, your image, your reputation, your respect, that shit is priceless to some people. But to each his own. You know what I'm saying? To each his own. But yeah, man. I pretty much touched on everything I needed to speak on today, man. I'm really looking forward to seeing Diego Pacheco fight tomorrow. You know what I mean? I'm gonna check out Richardson Hitchins as well against Gustavo, whatever the fuck his name is. You know what I mean? We definitely gonna tune into that. You know what I mean? I might not go live tomorrow though, because like I said, I'm gonna be at the Golden Gloves with my fighter and stuff like that. But I'll put some content up in the meanwhile to keep the nation entertained, you know what I mean? But until then, I'm gonna get up out of here, man. I appreciate everybody that came on tonight and chopped it up with your boy, man. We got 21 people in the building. If y'all can hit the like button on the way out, it'll be very much appreciated, man. Shout out to the man who sent me the cash app. My phone died, so I'm sorry if I don't remember your name, but I appreciate you very much for sending that super chat. You know what I mean, and all that good stuff. So I hope y'all have a blessed, beautiful night. I'm gonna go kick it with my son for the rest of the night, man. Y'all have a blessed day, night, whatever y'all want to call it. I'll be back with the content tomorrow. I'm out of here, man. Peace.